Welcome to the product tutorials on how to use the payroll page in Replicon. I'm now logged in into the Replicon instance. In this demo, you would learn how as a payroll manager you can generally access or use the payroll page. In Replicon, if you are a payroll manager, when you log in into the instance, you would see a payroll tab right at the top. Click on the payroll tab and you would see further sub-tabs depending on the level of permission that's been assigned to you as a payroll manager. Click on any one of these tabs to access the relevant data. Now let's look at the general things available on this page and how to use them. The first is a date range filter. You would see a date range filter available right at the top, which can be adjusted depending upon your requirement. Click on the date range. Set it to any date if you would like to see all the data existing in the system, or navigate to the date that you would like to. You also have an option to use the current period and the last period filters right here. You would see a small cross button. Clicking on the cross button would change the date range to any date by default. And you would see all the data that's been existing in the system. Now let's look at the small icon available right at the top right corner, which is a gear icon. Click on the gear icon and you would see the table settings pop-up coming up here. The data that's available here, once checked, would be available in the table that you see on this sub-tab. This table shows different data for different sub-tabs. You can choose the data as per the requirement and then set the table settings. Now let's come over to the other filters that you see here. The first is the filter for the first name or the last name of the user. Second would be the filter for department. Click on the department and that would be moved over to the select department section. You can also click on the add sign and choose sub-departments if there are any. You can click on remove all if you would like all of them to be removed immediately. Similarly, you have a filter for employee type, which would list all the existing employee types in the system. You have a filter for supervisor, listing all the supervisors that are existing in the Replicon system. And then a filter for your groups if that's been enabled in your Replicon instance. You also have sections which shows you all the data. If we are in the timesheet subsection, you would see not submitted timesheets. You can see timesheets that are overdue, timesheets that have been rejected, timesheets that are waiting for approval, and then the approved timesheets. Let's look at these table settings for a moment. If you go to waiting for approval section, you would see an important part here which is called waiting on approval. That would show you the person that the timesheet is waiting on. Similarly, on the approved section, you would see all the approved timesheet and the waiting on approval would be empty. This is how you can differentiate. In order to perform any action on the timesheet, it is necessary that you check the box right here. Once you check the box, you would see all the buttons activated and you can click on any one of them as per the action requirement. The way is similar for all the sub-tabs. For example, if I move on to the time off sub-tab, you would have similar view right here. This is how you can generally use the payroll tab in Replicon. Thank you for watching the video. Did you know that you can now get in touch with Replicon using Replicon Community? In order to access the Replicon community, go to the Replicon website and click on Customer Zone. On the Customer Zone, choose Community and you would be taken to the community page. Now you can sign in or register and start posting your questions, queries, ideas, bugs, issues, and one of our product management team members or one of the Replicon representative will get in touch with you immediately.